Sports Betting presents Stevo versus Musa Sethwape.
As I travel this lonely gangster road, just me and my Negro, we still got all my throat. We just stumbling it in the night ball.
Here comes some bad news. Musa Sethwape fighting out of BIA. You see Coach Conrad Siabi, Matunga Chikasa, heavyweight and light heavyweight contender there in the background. You know what kind of form he's going to be in. He's an orthodox fighter. He's taken this fight, Gareth, almost at the last minute. His opponent, Stevo, his opponent fell off. And Musa Sethwape really comes in almost on a 24-hour notice. He's had a tough run in the EFC. He's had a couple of losses, Dylan Swanepoel, Prince Lottie, but that win he had in his last fight against Yegon Tambwe, he's a real tough customer. Very durable, good rounded, good kickboxing. His grappling's starting to improve. The more he works up at BIA up in Pretoria, he's a bad news for any opponent because he's coming in the last minute and has got nothing to lose whatsoever.
I think that's when the guys put on the most exciting fights. They throw caution to the wind. They've already put their hand up right in the beginning like he did. He's brave about it.
Yeah, as it comes into the Rhino Beer Prep Zone G, we are introducing Rhino Beer Extra Bold, premium strength. And like you say, Gareth, basically he's a gun for hire. Graham Cartmel calls him up, says, I need you at 24 hours notice. Sethwape did not hesitate to answer the call.
Well, I think that's what you'll get out of BIA. They're so advanced in their training. They've really put themselves in a space where they're comfortable to go at any time. They always come to fight. They come to do the hard work, and they'll bring it. I think he's the type of guy we've seen that before. He has had a bad run, but he showed some really good moments, and if you can put those moments together tonight, I think it could be a real problem.
But we've seen him up against opponents who are technically maybe better than him, but he's just so durable. He's so tough. He's so hard to finish. He's got a great work ethic. He's got great cardio. He's just one of those guys that's going to be a big obstacle in front of you. Even if you're technically more better than him, if you're more experienced, he's just very hard to put away. He is bad news indeed for any opponent.
I tell you what, resilience is something that you don't want to fight. A guy who's super resilient and super tough and hard to get out of there is just, it can be a nightmare and can really take it out of you.
Reminds me what you're saying there, Gareth, of the former middleweight champion sitting right next to me. Really just a nightmare for anyone. And here comes the Lionheart. Stevo coming from wrestling for MMA. That's Jacques Rousseau's camp. We know how so well run they are. I remember Anisette Kanyeba training there before he moved to BIA. So a lot of experience in the camp. The orthodox fighter, got good from range. He's got a good understanding. He's a good kickboxer, but it's his wrestling that he's really strong with. He said that his first fight, he's only had one fight. It was the loss to Tapiwe Katikati by first round ground and pound. And he was just so disappointed. He says, I'm a wrestler, and I don't know why I kept it standing. Perhaps it was just, the bright lights. He made his EFC debut. He kind of lost track of his game plan, and he wants to reverse that. Very good guy. He's very strong in his boxing, puts together some very nice combinations, but he's a very, very good wrestler as well. Do not sleep on this kid. He's coming in with a point to prove.
Yeah, look, I think it's often we go away from what we're capable of, and we kind of put ourselves in a position where we feel like we want to show, and sometimes it's just stick to the basics, stick to the things that you're good at. I think that's where he's got to go. He's got to go to his skill set. He's got to utilize it to get the win under his belt so they can gain that confidence and keep moving on. Coming off a loss is a difficult thing, but he's got another opportunity. He's got another opportunity to show what he's capable of, and let's see if he can make that happen.
And this fight is proudly brought to you by World Sports Betting. Bet with the best. Now it's time to take a look at the World Sports Betting tail of the tape. 1 year older is Sethwape. Gives up a 2-inch height advantage, but look at that reach differential. 14-inch reach advantage that's going to the way of the BIA lad, Musa Sethwape. May make all the difference if it stays on the feet. Let's get the official fight introductions underway now and send it up to the voice of the hexagon. He is Kotso Bilal Ramapo.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is EFC 95, proudly brought to you by World Sports Betting in partnership with Restonic Mattresses, Rhino Beer, The Capital, Dragon Energy, and Stack Assets. This bout is scheduled for 3 rounds in the EFC lightweight division. Introducing first, in the red corner, a kickboxer with 1 win and 2 losses. He stands at 5'7", weighing in at 153 pounds, fighting out of Pretoria, South Africa. Welcome, Musa. Bad news, Sethwape! And his opponent in the blue corner, a mixed martial artist with 0 wins and 1 loss. He stands at 5'9", weighing in at 153 pounds. Also fighting out of Pretoria, South Africa. Welcome, Stevo, Lionheart Law! Your referee for this bout, referee Preggy Valiatham.
Well, what a way of kicking off EFC 95. So many standout fights across the card, and both these lads are going to prove a point. It is the first fight, and it's the first round, as proudly presented by Ali Abada, our beautiful EFC hexagon girl. Both lads with a point to prove. The lightweight division is stacked. Sethwape in the black, red, and Stevo Law in the all blue shorts. Value Tham looking over this first fight, and it's proudly brought to you by Dragon Energy, the exclusive energy drink of the EFC.
I just love the intention in the guy's eyes. You can always tell a lot about a fighter and what he's going through, and both these guys just had pure intensity, a little bit of a feeling out going on in this at the moment. Nothing real. Oh, got to watch for that big old man, right? Law can't step in like that.
Yeah, he came in with a nice big body kick to Law, but he took one for it. Sethwape teasing the uppercut. Stevo Law closes the distance and takes a left hook for his prey.
Straight into those double unders. He's looking for the leg trip. Good positioning by Sethwape. Good defense. Going into that tight clinch hold. Getting the frame built. Excellent work. Utilizing that forearm as a... Oh, was that to the groin? Was that to the groin?
Well, Stevo Law complaining about it, but then telling referee Valiatham that he's happy to continue.
Sethwape wants to kick off that left foot, using the cage, bounce him around, and turn him. Good pressure by Law. He needs to start doing something with the down to the. Is that a single leg grab? He wants to turn on that leg and sit down. Let go of it.
Seems like almost an elbow to the neck, but Law was complaining very quickly and realised it actually wasn't a foul. He's happy to carry on. Second time he's complained now. I'm not happy to continue. Looks for the single, Gareth. Doggedly determined on that single. Good defence by Sethwape.
Excellent work as he dug for that single leg. Sethwape just rolled his shoulder, utilising that frame, spinning the head to the ground, making him lose his balance, and now he's in that dominant position. Needs to look for some head control. Yeah, head's a little bit low. Oh, big elbow. Onto the double underhooks. Looking for the hip throw there by Law. Keeps up good defense. Running the court. Oh, lovely takedown. Great defense.
Almost goes to fully mounted as well. Law just pops up that right leg just before Sethwape is able to step over.
Sethwape did so well to run the corner on that hip throw and then use the momentum.
This is a bad place for Stevo Law. Looking to throw it up. Good defense by Law. He's trying to ankle pick. He's coming around.
Excellent work by Stevo Law. Such a good escape there.
Still got the single though as Sethwape. He's going to try and use it to take him back down.
Big single. Oh, he's hit his arm.
He has.
Seems to be in some trouble there, Law.
Having trouble defending now. He's talking away to the referee. He's stopping it. It's a verbal submission. That's over.
I think it's his arm. I think he could have dislocated the shoulder.
He was telling referee his arm is finished, and you can immediately see he was in pain when he landed, Gareth, and immediately started to talk to the referee. He was unable to defend himself. You know, there was a couple of blows coming in from Sethwape, and we're kind of thinking, why isn't Stevo Law covering it up? and it just seems that his arm is either broken or dislocated. He's chatting to the UFC medical staff at the moment.
Seems to be his elbow. Him talking to the staff saying his elbow. Good high single leg crotch there, picked him up, turned him over and drove him down into that arm, and you saw immediately as he absorbed that weight onto it, you heard him wince in pain.
Yeah, Stevo was having a bit of fun in the clinch before he got turned around up against the fence. Sethwape started coming in with some nice dirty elbows from the inside as we take a look at the Tonic Action replay, Gareth.
If you see here, good double unders, places that knee behind the bum and drives over it and twists him over the top. He looked to push himself forward, got onto the single, big slam. Oh, and there as he goes down, he puts the arm out to defend.
Yeah, he landed on it in an awkward angle, and he's not really using his arm that much to defend as a result of that injury. And now it starts, the music's talking to the referee saying, no, I can't carry on, my arm's not here.
Rule 101, when you're falling, tuck and roll, don't drop the arm like that.
Yeah, was he putting his arm out to break his fall, Gareth? I mean, he was kind of trapped underneath him at an angle, wasn't it?
You kind of saw that he put his arm out to try and break the fall, but just that momentum and the degree that he was being driven into the ground, it's just too much. He was carrying his own weight and Sethwape's weight onto that elbow, and man, I've had that happen before. It's not fun. It's excruciating. Almost looked like he extended it at a stage.
Yeah, Musa Sethwape now on a 2-fight winning streak. Going to move up the lightweight rankings a little bit. Stevo is going to be highly disappointed. Really was intent on coming in and making a statement and going 1-1, but now goes 0-2, unfortunately. He's a line-art. No, he's going to be back because he's one tough kid.
You know, he looked to create that engagement in the wrestling, and Sethwape seemed to get the better of him there.
Well, let's get the official result now and send it up to the voice of the Hexagon, Kotso, Bilal Ramapol.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Preggy Berliatham has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes and 7 seconds of the first round, declaring your winner by verbal submission, Musa, bad news, Sethwape.
I'm sure we're going to get Stevo backstage as soon as we can to take that arm looked at. Musa, 2-fight winning streak now, a very tough opponent. He wanted to come prove a point, but you're bad news for anyone. Stepping in at short notice, you've got to be happy.
Well, I'm happy. This was it's a nice feeling for me. We trained. I was actually preparing for Nathaniel Komani on August. So when they said, okay, I should step in, I was like, okay. If my coaches feel that I'm ready, I know that I'm ready. I know that I've got the best team in the world. Yeah, I know that I've got the best coaches. I know what he says when he says, you've got this, boy. I know that I've got this.
What's the vibe up at BIA at the moment? You've got a new gym, Coach Conrad, Matuka Jakasa coming back and fighting. There's a real vibe going on at BIA now. What's it like?
It feels good. It's great and it's tough at the same time, eh? We work really hard every day. It's tough in there, but I love it. You know, I love what they do to us. Yeah.
So it's a 2-fight winning streak you're on. What are you going to say when you sit down with Coach Conrad Siabi and Graham Cartmel? What's next?
What's next is going for the 3rd winning streak. I'm going to break his heart, Nathaniel Komani. I will break your heart, boy.
Look forward to seeing that fight. Congratulations, your winner, ladies and gentlemen. And bad news, Musa Sethwape.
Yeah, look, I suppose that's not the way he wanted to win it, but it's one of those things, I guess, you know, he created the chaos and the chaos got him the result. Good job to him. It's good to see him continue that winning streak, and hopefully we'll see some more out of him.
Well, without further ado, let's send it over to our colleague on the side of the Hexagon. Standing by is CS Duplessis.